Certainly appreciate you all being here. It's game day. Got the ball cap on. Time to make some things happen, as if we're not making things happen every day, right? Appreciate you all for being here. Appreciate you coming on time. So, game day, what does that mean? Tonight's BizOp overview. That means this is an opportunity to, obviously, as we've talked about before, to introduce new prospects to the DAC Bank Breezy opportunity. When you look at the opportunity we have, and if you're brand new, welcome. If this is your first team building call, welcome to the team. My name is David Rutz. Middle name's Allen, thus David Allen Capital. So that's where the name comes from, and very proud of this company. We think we're doing great work for mankind, business owners, starting with them with the product we market, and business owners, you as an entrepreneur. I think we're giving you all the upside without any downside risk. You can take time away from your family. You can have some objections from people. You can even have rejections from a client where they say no. But that happens in every business in the world. It happens even in the job. Go ask your boss for a raise tomorrow. You'll probably get a no. You might get a yes. But if you asked every day, you'd probably get a no, where we give you an opportunity to get a raise every day. Every time you talk to a client, it's a raise request. And if you help them, you get a raise, you get a bonus. If you don't help them, it's not the right time in their life, or they just decide it's not for them, or you don't handle yourself with professionalism so they don't feel comfortable, the answer is no. And you don't get, that's rejection, right? It's not a big deal. It's part of business. And we want to get comfortable embracing outreach. Outreach is what we have to be comfortable with. The outcome is really up to them, and it's up to our experience. But in the end, business ownership, since I've been a young guy, middle school, whether it was pushing snow and knocking on doors, seeing if we could do their driveway, or mowing lawns and asking if we can do their lawn, or, hey, do you want to start getting the Advisor newspaper because I need to grow my route? The answer is usually not yes, but many times it is yes. And getting comfortable with that outreach is what we all, as business owners, have to do here. You're a business owner, right? So game day today, we got to be comfortable outreaching to prospects today about our business, about joining as agents. We need to be comfortable with that. And so we need to be willing to ask the question, are you interested in learning more? Have you heard about David Allen Capital? Have you heard what they're doing for business owners? Have you heard about their product that once you learn about it, you can't unlearn about it as business owners? You can't unlearn about it. It's the best source of business funding out there. Your local bank, yes. But if you don't have the 2 months, or you don't have the credentials to get approved there, which most don't, alternative capital is your only option. And in alternative capital, there's no one provider best. So you shouldn't apply at one provider. You need to apply at most of them. But that's not possible or practical for the average business owner. So Bank Breezy was started by David Allen Capital so that you could go out and fill out one application and we could find the best offer for you. Once you learn that as a business owner, you can't unlearn it, right? And so when you've got that opportunity, and then we can flatten the marketplace over time, we will flatten the marketplace. Direct applications are going away. They're going to go away. Unless they have frequent flyer programs like Delta, or Amex cards with Delta rooms, or their Travelocity beats them all. They get more booking flights than Delta Direct, right? It doesn't matter that they're not an airline. They have a better access to the airlines. Bank Breezy is a better access to the business funders. You know that, I know that. So now it's our responsibility to get the word out personally with clients. We talked yesterday about local dominance, about monopolizing your marketplace and how to do that. And by the way, localization does not have to be in your local vicinity. It can be localization by industry type. Maybe you say, I'm going to expand, I'm going to aim small at one type of industry, male barbershops, okay? Or female salons, or roofing companies who are installing solar panels. Or, you localize, you relate and identify with a local community. It's best if you can do it feet on the ground, your local intersection. But if you can't do that, you're not limited. You just change what local means. Local means you relate and identify with a specific industry type. If you're a skateboarder, maybe you want to help skateboard parks and shops, and you're going to call every skateboard park and shop in America. There's only probably 20 in Michigan, 20 in Ohio, and all of a sudden you got 500 skateboard shops to call. And those are the 5, you're going to become the skateboard funding guru. right? And then once you're done with skateboard, maybe you move to rollerblades and whatever your passion is, ski resorts. Localization does not have to mean your local town, but it should mean your local town if you've got a local town you live in. You need to monopolize that marketplace too. All right. So with that all said, game day tonight is an opportunity to expand because you're limited. You can't scale. If you go to any success seminar, you pay 50 grand, 20 grand, 3 grand, 200 bucks, 99 a month, 49.99 for the Get Start Free program and 299 a month thereafter. Inner Circle deal, anything you get to, they're going to tell you this. You got to have a product that dominates the marketplace and advertise it well. Or you got to scale through affiliates or building a big team of salespeople. Every program in the world is going to say that. You can't just have another Me Too product and expect to sell a lot of it. You got to come up with a story to make it so distinctive that otherwise you're not going to get many customers. Bank Breezy's got that story already. So you can go out and get a lot of customers yourself, but you still are limited. So then they say so you either have an amazing offer, a grand slam offer, something so good, which Bank Breezy does have, or you need to have the ability to build an affiliate team so that you can have a bunch of people doing a little bit. We got both. We got both, guys. You guys got both. So our offer, when you get into like our dual pricing payment processing, a lot of companies offer that. I get it. We offer it. It's leading edge. But what's our competitive advantage over everyone else? The fact that you don't have to be an expert. You can refer people. We're using the build a big affiliate model on that one. We got great experts who take care of your client, and we can build an affiliate and put on 50,000 people, and they're all going to get one customer, and that's 50,000 customers you get paid on if they're all in your team, right? So that's the model we're using where we don't have the wow competitive advantage. But when it comes to business funding, there is not a company who's got a better competitive advantage than us. Name the company. We probably represent them, which means we are better than them, because we have them and everyone else. One-stop best offer, right? So with that said, business opportunity, when you've got both, if you were the CEO of this company and it wasn't a direct sales company that allowed you to build a team, if you were just one person, me, and you didn't have a team, what would you do with this product? You'd probably take it to news networks and advertise it. You'd probably take it to Facebook ads and run a bunch of ads to business owners direct. And you'd try to make 20 or 30% profit on all your ad revenue. And if you spend 1,000 and bring in 2,000 and spend 2,000, bring in 4, and then spend 100 and bring in 150 and spend $1 million and bring in 1.5. The Rocket Mortgage model. They spend over $1 billion a year on advertising because they bring in more customers than the $1 billion cost, right? Why do you see Rocket on sporting events and golf outings and everything else? Because it works. So that's one model. The other model is to have agents all over the country, like Rocket has, talking about Rocket Mortgage. You notice how they do both? So you pretend you're the CEO of You Inc. because you are. McGuire Tate, you are the CEO of McGuire Tate Inc. How many affiliates do you have right now that you're earning overrides on, like Rocket Mortgage does? They've got agents all over the country. And they also spend billions on advertising to get direct calls. How much are you spending on advertising and how many agents do you have? Well, you have the option to do both. Now, we don't teach advertising, but we don't stop you from doing it. You want to advertise. I'm not saying you need to do that, but our offer is so darn good that if you messaged it, banks are amazing. Most can't get approved. Alternative capital, spectacular, but there's not one best for every. So our funding platform represents all the best. One application, best offer. If you can get that into a business owner's mind, they don't unlearn that. So you're limited now only to your conversations. You're limited only to your outreach, whether you're sending emails or texts or phone calls or care canvassing locally or chambers of commerce meeting or videos on YouTube that you do talking about your amazing product and it starts to virally spread and 20,000 people watch it. And all of a sudden you've talked to 20,000 business owners because of a great, remarkable video that I've been asking y'all to make forever. Right? And so go make them. You don't have to mention Bank Breezy or DAC because then we have to approve it. You can't put that in the title, but you can educate the industry. You could put something like business funding platform. That can be in your title. Why apply at one lender when you can apply at them all through one simple online application and do a little video? Do a little video. We got agents who aren't active with us anymore. They were active 4 years ago, made videos, and they still get clients every month. Still get clients every month, and they've gone off to do other things, and we keep paying them, but they're not actively here building, but their videos still playing. So we say make videos. Make videos. Actually do it. Actually grab your smartphone and do it. Upload it to your YouTube page. Put it on your Facebook page. But when you look at game day, tonight's game day, where this is team building training, I talked yesterday at length about the purpose of our funding platform and how it's affecting the business owners so that we could then say, okay, to monopolize our marketplace, we need an amazing offer. We've got it. Then we need affiliate expansion. Those are the two ways you scale and get rich. You don't get rich without a great product, or you can have a decent product with a lot of agents, a lot of affiliates. One of those two things you need to do to get rich, or you take a company public and you make it off the backs of shareholders, right? You exit. But to build scale and have a cash cow, we're talking cash cow here. We're talking money that's coming in, like we talked about yesterday, long after you die. Your family is still earning cash cow income off of you, legacy, just like other companies that started in your town 50 years ago and 60 years ago where the founders died and the kids are running it. But the difference is you don't have to create the product here, deliver the product here, customer service the product here. You have one thing: marketing, sales, relationships. That's it. That's the only thing you're responsible for. And then affiliate growth. If you don't want to build a team, you're not on this call, right? If you don't want to establish markets, you wouldn't have been on Monday's call or listen to the Monday recording. Assuming you establish markets, you're on Mondays. Assuming you want to build a team, you're on Tuesdays. So if you're here, then I would say to you this: if you're not seeing that what you have your hands on is a product that can't be competed with, it needs to be in everyone needs to know about this before there are competitors. The day will come when $1 billion company like Rocket will say, hey, we'd be better off doing what Bank Breezy's doing than just being one of their funders. And they'll want to buy us. Right? Or someone else will come along and say, I can do it. I'll do it too. There's Travelocity and there's Expedia and there's Kayak and there's, name and name and name and name and name and name. And then there's resellers of the same platform that 50 people put their own names on, but it's all one platform, right? Access VIP and blah, 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 D and da, 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 da. And they're all the same company, but they all put their own label on it to have their own marketing, right? That's going to happen with business funding. You think forever we're going to be the only business funding platform? It is too good. It is too strong. We're going to have competition. But by the time Blockbuster realized Netflix was coming, it was too late. We're not going to make that mistake. When the other competition comes, we're already going to have first movers advantage. We have expansion ability. Unless they copy our model, and they better have a lot of money, because you're not going to make a lot of money right away building the platform, expanding the base, having all the cut for free. So you can't improve on dual pricing except give the owner the income. You can't improve on a free home-based business with a funding platform that doesn't charge the customers anything and has the most fair compensation plan. You can't improve on that. You charge people money, you've just ruined the opportunity. You change something in the funding, what are you going to do? We're already doing it. We're already doing that. We already have the best offer. So we're already doing it. It's hard to improve on what's already being done. So for you, first mover, if you're sitting, it doesn't matter if DAC has 1 million agents if you don't have any in your team. Does it matter that we've helped over 100,000 businesses if you've only helped 2? It may bring you credibility, but it does not bring you profits. It does not bring you scale. So today is game day. Today is set a goal and have some people on the call tonight at 7:30. It's not find an objection. Well, it's West Coast time. It's only 4:30. I know. Tell them to get on at 7:30 Eastern. Well, they can't make it. Well, ask them if they can move things around to make it. Quit being so shy to ask people to treat this like the priority it should be. And if they're still not willing, we get it. They can't leave work or, okay, then they need to watch the recording when they get home. And when are they talking to you? It's a simple question. Okay, if you can't watch it, what time will you be able to watch the recording then tonight? You won't be able to ask the founder questions, but what time do you think you'll be able to watch a half hour presentation? 8:30. Okay, great. 8:30 Eastern? Yeah. Okay, I'll call you at 9:15 Eastern and we'll see what you feel. Or call me right when you're done watching it. I'll either call you at 9:15 or you can call me prior if you watch it early. Now you got a follow-up call schedule. So it is just like anything else you're scheduling. When you have a goal, I used to tell this story, and I'm gonna end with this. If I gave you 4 tickets to the NBA Finals coming up, and or March Madness, the final game, 4 tickets I'm giving you, but I need to know who the 3 people are that are going with you by tonight at 9 o'clock. I need confirmations. You have your 4. Otherwise, I got to give the tickets to someone else. Every one of you could get confirmation. Well, how do I get a confirmation? You tell them I need a confirmation because I only get the tickets if I have 4 confirmed people. I need to know for sure you're going, or I got to call someone else. I don't want to sound rude, but I've got till 9 o'clock to have 4 confirmed people. Can you confirm? I can't confirm. It might be my son's graduation that week. It might be spring break. No problem. I'm going to call some other people then. You understand. If anything changes, let me know quick, but I'm trying to get these 4 confirmed. I'm not saying you got to have that type of urgency and tell people they got to confirm tonight or they're out, but I am saying it's okay to have the question, to have the conversation. Can I expect that you'll be there tonight? Can I follow up with you afterward? What time? Oh, great. I'll call you right after the call ends. You'll hear on the presentation, they say get back with the person who referred you. So I'll give you a buzz afterward, or you can buzz me right when it ends, but I'll buzz you if I don't hear from you. It's okay to add those things. It's professionalism. You're looking for partners. Okay, here's the other thing. I'm allowing you to add one shareholder to DAC. I'll give them the stock. I'll make him an owner of 5% of this company, but you can only have one, and they got to be on tonight's call. You only get one. And based on their performance, this is the only one person, and you're going to get overrides on them. I'll match their income for you. This isn't true. I'm going hypothetical. I'm going to give one person you bring tonight 5% of this company, and you get to match whatever they make, but you only get one. You can't recruit more than one. You only have one. Who's that one going to be that you want on the call tonight? They have to be on tonight, and you only get one who gets the stock. Who's going to be there? Who are you betting on? Who do you want to earn overrides on? You only get one. You can only have one. Who do you want it to be? Does that change your list for who you're calling tonight? That's the list you're supposed to be calling. Okay, I'll allow you to have 3. Who are those 3 going to be? That's who you need to call when we hang up today and make sure they can be on at 7:30 tonight. Now, they don't have an offer to be a shareholder given to them unless they earn our top rank. Then they are a shareholder given to them. And you do earn override. So everything I've said in the story is true, except we don't limit you to 1 or 2 or 3. You're not limited except in your own thoughts of what's believable and what's not. So between now and tonight, now, if you keep waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, it's going to get harder for a new agent to join, just so you know. As new agents join, as we launch the learning management software, we figure 80% of the people won't go through the process. They just won't go through the process. That means you won't get paid on them and they won't refer anyone else. They won't recruit anyone else because they're going to have to go through training before they can recruit. And most people just don't go through the training. And that means when you recruit them, they won't have the opportunity to refer any other people until they first got trained. Now, if that's coming, now it's going to be an improvement. But between now and then, anyone you refer, it's easier for them to join now than ever. Now versus ever. We're doing live presentations now. When are we going to stop those? I don't know. Hopefully you're doing them. Someone says, well, can you do one at 7:30 on the West Coast? Yeah, through you. I'll get you the slides. Are you willing to do it? We'll just use the person's name as Billy. Billy, you want a presentation West Coast time? Great, do it. You got a Zoom, right? Yeah, do it. I'll give you the slides. They're in the back office. Go get them. Grab them. Set up a Zoom and tell everyone on the West Coast, we're doing one at 7:30 Pacific time too, and do it. Do it. Absolutely. Please do it. You should have one in your team going in every time zone at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. You got the corporate one at 7:30, and then have your own going at 8:30 Eastern and 9:30 Eastern and 10:30 Eastern. That's what I did as a rep. The corporation didn't have to ask me to do it. I just knew it'd be great to have a 7:30 presentation in every time zone. So I made sure I did it or had people in my team that did it. You can do it too. Now, if you're brand new, that's more for a Monday call. But if you're brand new today, how do you get people on? If it's game day, how do we get people on to expand your affiliate network? Back to the model. We got the best offer on the planet when it comes to business funding. They should go to their bank unless they don't have the 2 months or don't want to put up collateral or can't get approved. Then they should come to us. There's no other in betweens. It's us. And we break that down on the biz app. So you get the word out for that, educate a bunch of people on that, and you'll make a lot of money just on personal customers. Now you can build an affiliate team for free. We've taken all the downsides, what slows down affiliate growth, agent growth. We've taken all the startup costs, the monthly costs, the platform costs, the website costs, the hosting costs, the training costs, the inner circle costs, the event costs, the nationals costs, the Zoom costs. We've taken all those and said, you want a barrier to entry? The only barrier to entry with us is your belief or lack thereof. It has nothing to do with us. We're not putting a doorway in front of you. The doorway you will have is complete the free training. But until that's live, the only door is fill out the form. Read what you're filling out. Put your accurate email in so you get an actual email welcome letter. That's the barrier right now. That's how simple this is. So tonight we're doing a biz app. I want to take questions. If you're there, come and have your video on because I'd love to record you giving your quick testimonial afterward. We're going to take a couple testimonials. And if you've got something to share about a client or an agent you referred and success they've had, or you're an agent yourself and you've had success and you want to share that, have your video on when it's time. You don't have to have it on the whole time, but when we ask for some testimonials, put your video on and share it and we'll feature you. And it may be something we can use on our future video, right? So please share. And that's what makes the lives special. We're only doing the biz app. We're not doing a get started training tonight. We're only doing the biz app. Once they join, we always have the onboard training going on. It's in the back office. As soon as they join, they get a welcome letter with the video link. Their onboard training, go, go, go. All right. So what can you do between now and tonight? Set a goal to have at least 3 people on the call who aren't already coming. If you already got 2 coming, great. Get to 5. Between now and tonight, try to get 3 new people. If you go, David, that's a lot, then try to get 1. 3 is not a lot. Again, if I said I can get you 4 tickets to the Super Bowl or to some play or to some Elvis Presley or whoever it is that makes you go, oh my God, I gotta go. You would have 4 people by 7:30 tonight. You know it and I know it. And they'd be driving 2 hours for the concert. So you can get 2 people by 7:30 tonight, or 3 people who want to hear about this business. If you call and you have a goal, what do you say to them? You text them, you email, and you phone. The phone is the only one you can guarantee they've seen it or a text that they've replied to. Leave voicemails, great, but they may not hear that by 7:30 tonight. I got voicemails from yesterday I've not listened to yet. Okay, texts, have I answered them all? So live is best. What do you say? You just tell them what you believe about DAC. Have you heard of DAC? Short explanation of what you believe. Sorting question, short explanation. People say, well, give me a script, give me a script, give me a script. What would your script be to get 4 people to the, some concert tonight that you want to go to and you need 4 people? Hey, I got this great opportunity, got 4 tickets, but I don't get them unless I have 4 people. Can you go tonight? You can't, no problem. Hey, I love you. I'll talk to you another time. I got to go. I got to find these 4. You don't need a training script. So is that what you say here? No, but you could say, hey, I got a special call with the founder of the company tonight talking about DAC. Have you heard of DAC? Oh, it's a great business. We can make some great money helping business owners get funding. They got a competitive advantage in their product. You interested in making money out of what you're doing? No, I'm not interested. Okay, no problem. I committed to try to have 3 people to learn about this because we just want to expand this real fast. So I'm going to make some more calls. I appreciate it. If anything changes, let me know. Well, David, that sounds like, it's not real. Everyone, you either believe and you come up with alibis on why you should do it, or you come up with alibis on why you shouldn't. And all I can say is this: the people who strategize all kinds of what if, never achieve success. Never. They always talk themselves out of it. Because what if? Well, what if? They say no. Well, what if they come and don't make any money? Well, what if they come and love it and go out and become our top producing agent? You don't know. Who cares what if? Nothing bad's going to happen. So what we really need to do, what we really need to focus on is, do we have an offer for business funding that is unbeatable? Yes. There's not a beat. If you're a broker for a lender, we are kicking your fanny because you only represent that lender. You're a telemarketer for On Deck Lending? Great company. Look, that's from On Deck. Elite partner. Love it. Love On Deck. But we're kicking your fanny because we got you and all the others. So we love you On Deck, but you're not the best for everybody. You know it. We know it. And guess what? If you work with Rapid Advance for Quicken Mortgage, great company, Rocket Mortgages, great $1 billion company, all that. Your deals suck for a lot of people. They're great for others. We give the great ones away. The rest we don't. And you decline more people than someone else will. So we've got the option. Nobody can compete with us. And when a business owner learns that, they can't unlearn that. Your job is to get them to learn that, to know that, to use our tools, to share that, to use the videos we've sent out, the videos we've posted on social networks to send out, our website. We're updating our funding page right now to speak more about the platform. Hopefully it won't be live by tonight, but it'll be live this week, and it'll give you an opportunity to help get that message out more and more and more. So our product is the game. I mean, you can't touch it. Now you got to scale the message through your actions and scale the message through your affiliate team growth, your agent team growth. It only happens by recruiting some. You recruit one today. Let's look at an apple tree. You planted an apple tree. There's a lot of apple orchards here in Michigan. It's my last analogy. A lot of apple trees got planted years ago in Romeo, Michigan. Long before I was born, they were growing apples up there. And you go to those old orchards, and there's rows of trees, obviously planted in rows, that had a lot of apples come off of them over the years. And what's in every apple besides profit and juice and nutrition and vitamins and all that? More seeds. And what can those seeds turn into? More trees. If you throw an apple outside your window driving down the freeway, it may turn into a tree in the ditch. It may. But it certainly can if you throw that into your garbage disposal and blend it all up. You may recruit someone today. And by the way, if you take those seeds and you lay them out with a plan, with a strategy into a farm field, and you lay them out in rows, most are going to make it, some aren't. You're going to have to replant a tree there. And eventually you have rows, and then they grow apples for decades. You're building an apple orchard right now. Every one person you refer may become a fruit-bearing tree. And if so, that'll bear other fruit-bearing trees. If not, okay, you planted a seed it didn't take. Is that okay? You referred someone it didn't take. You refer another, and you refer another, and you refer another. And as Jesus said, one of the greatest network, probably the greatest network of all time, he duplicated 12 into what we all call now a religion. Whether you believe in it or not, you know of it. And he took 12. And he said, we're going to make you fishers of men instead of fishermen. And he taught those 12 how to go out and share the good news. It's called gospel, just means good news. Share the gospel with people. He said, but as you're going out and sharing this gospel, just be aware. Go 2 by 2 because you won't be received by a lot of people favorably. Okay? And when you go somewhere and you tell them about the good news, the gospel, and they don't receive you, shake the sand from your sandals as a sign for not accepting their lack of belief, and you go to the next place. And you keep doing that until you're well received, till they believe what you share. And then when they believe what you share, stay there and fortify that area, duplicate that person, mentor them, disciple them, all meaning the same thing. Teach them the way. And when the way is learned and believed, then they can lead their local market. And then you do what? Leave and go and follow up periodically. It's duplicating an area. Fortify, expand it, fortify it. Now go expand and take more territory. And so, but he also said, not only was that taught, which we talk about on Mondays, but he also talked when you're going out, and this is for Tuesdays, team building, when you go out and talk, you're going to come across 4 types of soil with the same seed, the same message called the gospel, the good news. In our case, we'll call it the DAC opportunity. You're going to come across four soils. The first type of soil is a hard pack, like the trail, the stony path. And the seeds fall and doesn't even take root. The birds will come along and eat it up. No, doesn't take root. The second type is shallow soil. So the seeds are going to take root, sprout up quickly, actually, excitement, enthusiasm, all that. But as soon as any storm comes or a lot of water or a lot of sun, it'll scorch it up, they'll die out. Okay. The third type is going to come and fall in thorny and weeds and stuff. And they're going to grow, but over time, the negativity of the weeds and the thorns and all that will choke out all the nutrients from the soil. And that third type will die. But the fourth type is going to fall on good soil. Did he say there's four different types of seeds? No, he said there's four different types of soils. And the fourth type is going to fall on the right soil, and it's going to grow up, take root, and grow and multiply and produce hundredfold the harvest. So your business is the same way. When you approach people, and the seed is called the DAC opportunity, it's free. You give it away. It's going to fall on four types of soil. That's true today in your business as well. And so the great news of DAC, as much as it's free and everything else, three of the soils, they don't make it. Some will sprout up, make a little bit of money, and die out when something comes along. Others will sprout up, take off, but a couple people will talk badly about them, negativity, the thorns will choke them out. Others are going to fall on the thorny path. They're never even going to see it. They're going to go to the biz op meeting tonight and go, yeah, it's not for me, which is great. They shouldn't sign up. But the fourth type, man, when it falls on the right soil, you can't stop it from growing. And that's what we're looking for, the right soil. So be the right soil yourself, attract the right soil yourself. And so you need to be like Johnny Appleseed, right? Get that fertilizer, that green Scott's fertilizer, and put a bunch of DAC seeds in there and go. But you get the soil ready too. And so I don't mean you don't look at people with love. I don't mean you ignore them and just wait to see if they're the right soil. What I do mean is don't be worried about the outcome. If the Son of God with the Holy Spirit and with the message of good news and eternal life could not get 75% of the soils and only had one soil, obviously the percentages are out, but you get the parable. He also said a prophet's not welcome in his own hometown. I don't mean money prophet. I mean a prophet of God is not welcome in his own hometown. Jesus' friends and family didn't even think he was the Son of God. So how do you blame strangers from killing him when his own family thought he was blaspheming God as well? So sometimes it's not your brother or your sister who's going to be the right agent. They may not receive you. They may be one of the four soils. Is that okay? Yeah. So approach. Have you heard of DAC? Share what you believe. Great company. Keep it brief. Great company. They're fixing the business funding issues. We can make some great income, and there's no investment required. And we're looking to scale this model nationwide. We're doing a presentation tonight at 7:30 with the founder. It'll last 30 minutes. Can you come out and check it out tonight? You available? Would you like to be there? Great. I'll send you the link. That's it. No, not for me. No, not for me. No, not for me. Yeah, I think I can make it. Yeah, send me the link. I might or might not be able to make it. Nah, bah, 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 bah. Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's roll. That simple. McGuire Tate, I see your hand up. What do you got, buddy?
Just wanted to drop in and say great message and analogies this morning because I am a big fan of analogies, as you know. So I thought that hit home. I just wanted to express that just how you touched on, those different soils, all those things come down to repetition. So this last week for me showed that, I got a feel for what soils are out there and, how they filter themselves and what, comes of things and what doesn't. But none of that can happen and grow without repetition. So when we're talking to, whether we're prospecting new clients or bringing people on to our team, we don't know what that outcome will be. And it just goes to show that there's a lot of people out there with different situations, different histories. So with that repetition, that's the only thing that I've found that can, bypass any, situations that we come across. So just wanted to express that and also say great message today. I already know who my one person is going to be tonight. My heavy hitter just popped in my head when you were mentioning that, that one person. Who would you put your faith and stock in. So I got them. I just messaged them right after you said that, and he said he'd love to be on tonight. So
Beautiful.
um, yep.
Love it. And by the way, you see how that triggered something. And McGuire's been involved with us. Why did that analogy trigger it? I'm not sure. It doesn't matter why, but that's why we talk. And that's why you want your people here. And by the way, I would only say if you knew you could only have three, who would they be? And you can tell them that. Hey, we did a little exercise on our Zoom today. It said, think of the one person. If you wanted to partner with only one, who would that one be? And Lisa, I thought of you. So I don't know if you're open or not, but I wanted to tell you that. They told us to think of one and I thought of you. And or they told us to think of three and I thought of you. Don't say unless it's true. Now, if those three all say no, it's still the same. Okay, who would be the next three then? And you can tell them that. They told me to think of the three and I've thought about it and I've narrowed it down and I'm thinking I thought of you. Be honest. And maybe it took you 22 people before you had someone who said yes. It won't, but it's okay if it does. Depends on the pool you're swimming in. We always say you recruit who you are. Usually, you recruit who you are. Some people are swimming in swamps because they feel comfortable there. They feel like, well, these people need it, so I'll talk to them. And then they recruit more and more. We say recruit up. Think of who you respect. Who do you respect? Who do you have a lot? Like McGuire just said, this is the one person I thought if I had to bet in the stock. Who do you respect that you think would be great for this, for their community, helping business owners with funding or leading a team? Call them and tell them that. Tell them you think you respect them, and you were asked to find one or two people that you really think could knock this out of the park. Not because they're salesy, but because they're dedicated, they're servant leaders first, and they would love to lead and develop a team as well. That's who you want to talk to. Any other questions? I'm being told to clean my camera, but even when my thumb's over it, yeah, I'll clean it after. I guess a thumb isn't a good thing to clean the camera with. All right. Any other questions from anyone? See if we can get this fixed. Nope, it's streaking more and more. No questions from anyone else. Okay, well, we'll have this clean by tonight, 7:30 Eastern. Let's go to work, everybody. Have some fun. Care calling, care calling, care calling, care calling. This isn't cold calling. This is care calling because everyone we call